Stuart Little 2 by The Unusual Suspects. There once was a peculiar arrangement. A mouse's family grew quite complacent. One foot stepped in the wrong place, a shadow engulfed his whole face, and now Stuart's lying dead on the pavement. Oh god, no. No, I'm too much of a sadist to work in kids' films. Let's just check out what Rob Minkoff did instead. So yeah, Stuart Little was a decent hit for kids back in '99, but the general consensus for the film now is, yeah, it was alright. It's the second best film about a mouse, I guess. Okay, third best. Okay, fourth best. Okay, fifth. You know what? Maybe it's not that great. Yeah, it's not a film I'd honestly tell people, oh, you gotta see this, it's a classic. No, because it is hampered by several things. Shyamalan's script was a little off, the film got pretty schmaltzy at times, and, well, it's kind of horrific to watch today considering the fact that it features a convicted pedophile acting around children.
This calls for a picture.
Yep, that movie's officially ruined forever now. Adios, childhood. But lo and behold, there was a sequel, one that advertises itself as better and more fun. Well, you're not wrong, but did a Rugrat write that?
Oy.
But we're not here to review reviewers, we're reviewing the film. And by that I mean take the piss. So, is the 2002 sequel to Stuart Little better and more fun, as that critic so eloquently puts it? Well, let's find out. This is Stuart Little 2. So the movie begins back at the Little house, as we're reunited with Stuart, George, Mr. and Mrs. Little, and, well, it would appear those two got busy! As there's a brand new addition to the family, a little girl called Martha. Wait a minute, Martha?
Why did you say that?
Irregardless, Stuart and George wake up, as they've got to prepare for an upcoming game of football. Oh, sorry, most of my audience are American, soccer. Oh, bloody hell, now I've pissed off everyone else in the world. Damn international audience. Alright, I'm going to erase this petty football soccer feud once and for all. I'm going to give the game a new name. You gotta kick the ball into the net, right? Okay? From now on, the game's going to be called Netball. Fuck!
We're gonna play like Brazilians.
We're going to get our asses kicked. I just lost all my Brazilian subscribers. So the family makes their way to the game, and, well, I am at least glad Mrs. Little has some sense in fearing Stuart's impending doom of being squished to death. But at least they're doing the sensible thing by having him on the bench.
It's Pee Wee soccer. Nobody gets hurt.
Oh, jeez, that plan backfired so bad. Meanwhile, however, in a more favourable alternate universe, the ball knocks the wind out of some ginger kid, and cause he's pulling a Neymar, the coach has got to make a decision.
Well, we could play with just 10.
Yeah, but we have George, so it'll be like having 9.
Oh, I didn't realise little boys could be such bitches.
Yeah, but we have George, so it'll be like having 9.
Yeah, but we got you fat fuck. You count as 2, so I guess that evens things out, doesn't it? The Lord help the Littles, for Stuart is actually subbed in. Oh, I can't watch.
Over here! I'm open!
Tell me when it's over.
I got it!
Gotta focus on the positive. Like how the cremation process won't take long. Oh god, I can't watch. But the ball rolls towards George as it's up to him to score the winning goal.
I got it!
Okay. Time out. What just happened? Nothing about those last few seconds made any goddamn sense. First off, obviously offside. Secondly, how did a 2-inch tall mouse run to the ball faster than boys 20 times his size? Thirdly, Stuart is obviously handballing. And lastly, why the hell is George being hailed as a goal scorer when it was the fat kid who headed it in? Ridiculous. This whole scene of an anthropomorphic mouse playing football is completely unrealistic.
This stinks.
So Stuart and George head home to get some sleep, as the next day, the two are working together to build a model airplane. But soon a visitor pops around as he's quick to clue us in as to who financed this picture.
Hey, George, you want to take a break for a while? I brought my PS2.
Hey, hang on a minute. That kid looks familiar.
How'd you do that?
Workout,
Plenty of rest. You know, eat your green vegetables.
Huh, how about that shit? Oh, dude, I got a theory that'll make even Matt Pat cream his pants. The Raimi Spider-Man and Stuart Little films? Shared cinematic universe, baby! Yeah, Spider-Man 1 and Stuart Little 2 came out the same year. Both are set in New York. Both films feature animals with supernatural abilities. I mentioned this actor, Mark John Jeffries, appearing in both franchises. But there's also another example. This is actor Joe Bays, who plays the owner of the jazz club in Spider-Man 3. Here he is in Stuart Little 1 as the announcer at the boat race, clearly in between jobs. And back to George's friend, what's his name?
I want to play with Will for a while.
Wilson? Sam Wilson. That kid is a young Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, no doubt naming himself after the events of the film, which coincidentally and predominantly features an actual Falcon. Oh, give me that spot on trending. But let's move on, and you know something? Leaving a 10-year-old unaccompanied with what to him is a life-size, fully functional airplane? Not a hot idea.
Snowbell, get out of the way! Please, don't hurt me.
Hey, don't blame Snowbell for getting in the way, blame the crew member with the fucking laser pointer. I mean, come on guys, how hard could that have been to fix? I can get rid of those dots with just a few clicks in Photoshop. Look! I fixed it! But Mrs. Little opens the door, as Stuart goes flying out towards Central Park and watch out for the fucking nuns! Yeah, in hindsight, a plane flying around New York's no-fly zone not even a year after 9/11 would make me want to pray too.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart doesn't get much further though, as he crashes with the Littles not far behind. But hey, at least he's not hurt.
Are you all right?
You okay?
I'm okay.
Oh, that thing ran on gas, maybe he should have bailed sooner. So the plane is toast, but Stuart does recover from his injuries as he heads back to school, where his teacher, well, I got nothing, I just have to share this line.
And Canada is separate from the United States because Canadians like to be alone.
Well, it's an abridged explanation, but I don't think she's wrong. So Stuart's feeling down after the whole ordeal with the plane, and George's cold shoulder ain't helping matters.
Hey, Stu, some of the guys are going over to Will's house to play basketball for a while.
Can I come?
They didn't exactly mention that you invited.
It's nothing personal though, Stuart. I mean, check out what happened to the last mouse that played basketball.
I love basketball. I've always loved basketball. My mom says try your best in everything you do.
And that was in a cartoon universe. If that happened to you, then... well, yeah. So Stuart makes his way home, casually cruising through the streets of New York and... ah! Look out! The plot!
Miss? Are you alive?
Well, she's a dead canary. Wait a minute. Dead canary?
Ghost! Out to the hole!
Oh, scratch that guy, she's alive.
Back in the hole!
Oh, she's clearly very dazed and confused though.
Out to the hole!
Oh, but according to IMDb, she's the main character, so she has to survive.
Back in the hole!
Out of the way, please! Out of the way! Injured bird coming through!
Injured bird coming through? Oh, shit, I just injured that bird by running it over, but injured bird coming through!
Hey, where's the Falcon?
Falcon? What Falcon?
So it turns out the canary has a falcon after her, and she's quick to voice her displeasure, which I will now censor for shits and giggles.
Eat my feathers, you vile...
Do we really want to antagonize him?
Stuart manages to quickly outrun him though, as the two then introduce themselves. Meet Margalo, voiced by Melanie Griffith. She's a bird so talented, she's able to apply mascara without hands. You know, if you listen close, you could just about hear all the women of the world collectively shouting out, "Bullshit!" Huh. So Stuart brings Margalo home, somehow managing to open a human-sized door while carrying someone. Mighty Mouse, eat your fucking heart out. I mean, geez, that's the equivalent of me single-handedly opening the fucking black gates of Mordor. Well, anyway, he proceeds to mend Margalo's wing, but I just can't help but notice that she's acting happy. Too happy.
Once, we lived in a box. Well, not really a box. It was one of those things where people keep their jewelry, you know?
A jewelry box?
Yes, that's what it must have been, a jewelry box. It was wonderful.
Whoa, whatever Margalo is on, I want some.
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful. 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 I'm just gonna leave him there. So Margalo settles in as Stuart's quick to introduce her to the family. She says hello to Snowbell. It goes well, and Mrs. Little in particular seems quite taken with her.
I found her.
Found me. He did more than that. He saved my life.
He did?
I like how Mrs. Little here seems shocked that Stuart saved someone, and not by the fact that, oh, I don't know, a fucking canary just spoke back to you in plain English. I just don't get the rules of this world. Mice can speak to humans, birds can apparently speak to humans. In Stuart Little 3 we find out skunks can speak to humans, but cats, well, they can speak, but only other animals can understand what they're saying. And why has Stuart never seemingly mentioned this to the Littles? You'd think at some point he'd have said, oh, your cat can talk, by the way. Yeah, he's alright, sarky little bastard. Oh, and are these animals even aware of what humans do to them? Cause, well, check this scene out from the next morning.
So, Margalo, can I get you anything else? Whip you up an omelet?
What the fuck did you just offer that bird?
An omelet?
Okay, well, if you're gonna have a bird eat that, then Shrek's cooking up something wonderful for you, Stuart.
Weed rat. Rotisserie style.
Eat it!
I should have known.
So everyone heads out for the day as Margalo has a run-in with the Falcon, and it turns out she's actually in cahoots with him.
So, Margalo, what's going on here? You cased the joint? Any valuables? Come on, thrill me, chill me.
Okay, I refuse to believe the line "thrill me, chill me" was in the script. That is so James Woods ad-libbing. Seriously, James Woods is so good in this movie. He's just so wonderfully dry and cynical. It's just my kind of humour. In fact, James Woods could just take the piss out of everyone in the movie for me. Lord knows how easy that would be for Melanie Griffith.
There is a place you can touch a woman that'll drive her crazy. Where? Her heart.
A moment while I vomit.
You see how good he'd be? Fucker will put me out of a job. So Falcon coerces Margalo to steal Mrs. Little's ring, or else the mouse is
dinner.
But as she steals it, Mrs. Little ends up thinking it went down the drain. Stuart goes down to get it, but Mrs. Little isn't so keen on the idea.
We let our son go down the kitchen drain?
Now, Eleanor, don't be upset. It's all been well thought out. If there's a problem, I simply pull on the string and...
What the? How the hell did the rope break? How much could a 2-inch tall mouse possibly weigh? Just a second.
I'm slipping!
Stuart, you fat bastard! Go easy on the meatloaf next time!
Hang on, Stuart!
But thanks to Margalo's quick thinking, Stuart makes it out and... Oh, geez, she's literally kissing a rat that's just come out of a drain.
A moment while I vomit.
Oh, geez, did Thanos just snap his fingers? Because I don't feel too good. But due to the guilt, Margalo can't stay any longer as she leaves Stuart a pin and flies away. This leads Stuart to believe the Falcon got her, as he, goes to find her on his own?
I'm gonna find her. And don't try to talk me out of it, because I made up my mind.
Stuart, why even go behind Mr. and Mrs. Little's backs on this one? Just tell them the truth. They care about Margalo's safety as well. They just witnessed her saving your life. I think they'd do everything in their power to save their son's savior. And 6-foot-tall humans, I think, have a far better chance against a falcon than you do, you literal falcon prey. I mean, Mr. Little could just find out where the falcon is, but like, oh!
There he is!
Hey, here's your fucking canary back. This movie should be over.
Absolutely.
So George will cover for Stuart, but he does suggest he brings along a companion. But what Stuart does to convince Snowbell to come along is actually kind of dodgy when you think about it.
Come on, it's important. You gotta help me.
And why would I do that?
Well, because we're family, and because I do the same for you. And because if you don't, and the Littles ask where I've gone, George is gonna tell them that you ate me.
Wow. Stuart Little is a criminal. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. That's straight up blackmail. Really think about what he just did. He just threatened to have his best friend labelled as a murderer if he doesn't do what he says. Holy shit, Stuart!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's sick.
So poor Snowbell's left no choice and sets off with the rat. As at home, George spins a tale that Stuart is sleeping over at Will's house to rehearse for a play. But the misinformed Will decides to come in at the most inopportune moment.
Hello, Miss Little. Is George home?
Back with Stuart and Snowbell though, as they quickly began to realise that walking in a random direction for hours on end isn't the best way to find someone.
We've been walking for hours. I can't take another step.
Now just to take another step. There we go.
If only we knew someone who really knew the city.
Yeah, someone who knows the city's disgusting underbelly. Who do I know that's disgusting?
Whoa, Snowbell thinks Asian people are disgusting. Discriminatory much?
You racist bastard!
Alright, okay, he's actually referring to good old Monty, as Snowbell and Stuart ask him about the Falcon.
You know where we can find him?
You don't want to find him. You don't want anything to do with him. Trust me, he'd eat you so fast you'd be a pile of falcon poop before you could yell for help.
Well, I think that's more of a testament to his excellent digestion system than anything, but go on.
They grab you by the back of the neck and carry you so high you can't even see the ground, and then they drop you. And by the time you hit the pavement, they just drink what's left through a straw.
Holy shit. Oh, I'm not reacting to what he said. I'm reacting to that smile. God, that's gotta be one of the most evil smirks I've ever seen in the history of film. Just try to tell me he looks out of place among cinema's greatest villains. You can't.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Snowbell, you alright?
Oh, yeah. In fact, good news. I no longer need a litter box.
Please keep that camera at head level for the love of God.
He's shit everywhere!
So Monty lets them know Falcon is atop the Pishkin building, as Stuart takes a lesson from Rex to reach him.
Maybe if we find some balloons, we could float to the top.
Luckily for Stuart, the balloons fly in just the right way as he's quick to encounter Talon not in flame himself. But remember that joke I made in my fellowship at the Ring review where I pointed about how crappy Aragorn's bow was? Yeah, Stuart says about the same effect. You should have gone for the head.
Don't hurt him, Falcon!
Can't we talk this over?
Well, he's dead.
I don't really see how we could survive that. Well, it was a fun movie, certainly more pros than cons, so let's now discuss... Oh, what? Oh, you lucky bastard! Fuck me, a 777-year-old leprechaun with a rabbit's foot in one hand, a horseshoe in the other, and a 4-leaf clover wrapped around his 12-inch cock isn't as lucky as that.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so we'll join Stuart later as Snowbell manages to make his way up the building too. He quickly learns of Stuart's fate and, well, despite my censoring, he's pushing that PG rating.
That miserable From this day forward, I vow revenge. If that Falcon were here right now, I'd rip his throat out.
Wait, what?
I'd rip his throat out.
Jesus, Snowbell, that's a bit dark for a kid's movie. Bloody hell, I don't think anything's gonna shock me as much as that today.
Well, well, well. The canary is out of her cage.
I stand corrected. But let's go back to George for a bit, and it looks like his cover is blown.
Alright, George, where is he?
And this time, the truth.
Oh shit, his sleeves are rolled up, he means business.
Not sure.
George, it is never okay to lie to your parents.
Unless you watch Jake Paul videos, better you lie there so your parents won't feel like they failed you.
Listen to the tone of my voice. I want you to tell us where Stuart is.
But it was a promise, brother to brother.
George, I understand.
You know what, guys? I think you need a professional for this. Alright, laddie, let's talk Stuart. Where is he, you little punk?
Not sure.
You're lying, George. You know where Stuart is. So why don't you spill the beans already? Wait, did the play just select fucking truth? I'm I wasn't very good at L.A. Noire. Okay, let's finally get back to Stuart as he's... wow, Stuart really seems to get himself on boats a lot, doesn't he? He had the Wasp in the first film, the Garbage Barge in the second, hell, he even rides one in that straight-to-DVD sequel. Jeez, it's only mandatory now to play this.
I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Everybody look at me, cause I'm sailing on a boat! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat!
Stuart's on a boat, motherfucker, this garbage barge is lit. But watch out for the used condoms on that bag of dog shit. That fucker's gonna pay. He wants my Stuart for lunch. Gonna get in my plane and go and get that falcon on punch! So Stuart's luck continues as he miraculously finds the plane from earlier in the movie, which just so happened to have been dumped on the exact same garbage barge. So he's quick to fix her up to go save Margalo. Now just to gracefully grab her in the flyby. Oh, well that was, it was a good plan.
Oh, this has been a bad day.
Margalo survives though as Falcon pursues with the Littles not far behind. That's largely thanks to a brand new character, in fact.
Follow that flying mouse.
Okay, dokie, no problem.
Lady, what are you doing? Make it the hell out of the way!
Okay, what the hell is with this taxi driver? It's so bizarre, guys. This dude has no introductory scene. He's not given any setup for being a character of note. But here he is, drifting through the streets of New York like he's a fucking GTA character with a 5-star wanted level.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, and then this dude's like 2 minutes of screen time. He somehow manages to get his own bloody catchphrase.
Okay, dokie, no problem. Okay, dokie, no problem. Okay, dokie, no problem.
I just love how that's his response. The Littles ask the impossible of him. Follow that bird where cars aren't allowed. Park and wait for us here where you'll most definitely get a ticket. And how does he respond?
Okay, dokie, no problem.
Someone get that man on a t-shirt stat, cause that can-do attitude is precisely what this world needs right now.
Okay, dokie, no problem.
So thanks to the world's best taxi driver, the Littles catch up to Stuart. But they're actually hopeless as now Falcon's clipped Stuart's plane and now he's about to die. But it's okay, Margalo has some great advice.
Stuart, pull up!
Oh, really? I should pull up? I was just gonna let the plane crash. Shut the fuck up, Tweety.
I can't, it's stuck!
Lever's stuck. Okay, you could help Stuart pull up the lever. You could fly out the plane and carry Stuart to safety. Or you could just say,
We'll try harder!
You are absolutely hopeless. So Stuart saves the plane, but he quickly realizes that outrunning the fucker ain't gonna work, so Stuart decides it's time to play chicken. Just gotta dump the cargo first.
What do you mean?
Do a barrel roll.
Wait, what's he doing? Oh, fucking hell! Jesus, where the fuck did Mrs. Little get a ring from? The fucking fires of Mount Doom? But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. In the land of Manhattan, by the counter of a rundown H. Samuel, Dr. Gregory Little bought, in secret, a 2-carat ring. Because he was a cheapskate and he secretly wanted a divorce. And into this ring, he imbued the power of fucking rainbows. Oh no! Why? Why is this happening? What? Okay, so Falcon goes down and ends up as someone's main course for the evening.
Thank you!
Jeez, what is it with Rob Minkoff movies and his villains getting eaten alive? You do realize you make kids movies, right?
You're not so nice.
Anywho, the family all reunite, Mrs. Little gets back the missing 6th ring of the fucking Planeteers, and the family all head home. But we need a bit more emotion in our ending, so let's have Margalo want to migrate south. I would bring up the fact that canaries, don't migrate, but this is a movie where a mouse blackmailed his pet cat. So you know what, in hindsight, this is not that hard to buy.
Did you hear that? I don't believe it. The first word she spoke.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, not that the baby spoke. No, it is the fact that this is the last shot of the last live-action Stuart Little movie, and they forgot to add, Stuart Little. See how Gina Davis has her hand palm up, clearly citing where it was supposed to go?
Oops.
But maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe Stuart's been a figment of the Littles' imagination all along. Or maybe Stuart just fell off the roof, I don't know. Mr. and Mrs. Little, we found your son's remains. We at first thought we came across a crushed jammy Dodger, but it was in fact your son. Here's a picture we took.
Oh!
So that was Stuart Little too. And, well, it's better than the original. Whether that impresses you or not is up to you, but hey, it impresses me. Okay, let's start off with what is oddly the best and worst part of the film. Snowbell. Snowbell, if you ask me, is the best character in these movies. He was funny in the first, but he outright cracks me up in the sequel. He gets so many great lines, which alone elevates the entire film to a movie that both kids and adults can enjoy.
Oh, I know. I'll bring home another mouse in a snazzy outfit, teach him to drive a sports car, and pass him off for Stuart. Oh, who am I kidding?
But Snowbell unfortunately represents the worst aspect of the film too, because the CGI they've added to make him more expressive, it doesn't hold up. His mouth movements often look cheap, and the effect they sometimes put on his eyes is really distracting. I don't remember the CG looking this off in the first movie. But hey, Snowbell is so damn funny, I can look past it.
Don't worry, George has us covered.
George? George doesn't know poop from applesauce.
Now, I'm not going to delve into things like the charm of the film and the soundtrack, because Stuart Little 1 did that well too. So let's look at the new additions. Let's start off with Falcon, who I think is a far better villain than Smokey. True, he is just James Woods playing James Woods, but hey, what's wrong with that? He's conniving, scathing, and very charismatic, what all villains I think should be. Maybe they should get James Woods to play a Marvel villain someday, that could be fun. Melanie Griffith as Margalo is also a nice new addition. Granted, it's a little weird making a bird a love interest of a mouse, but she's delightfully compassionate and sassy at the same time. Had a live-action Stuart Little 3 been made, I would have liked to have seen her back. The live-action actors are also good. Better than the first movie, I think. No doubt thanks to the stronger script that give them some great lines too.
What are you gonna do now? Which way's Canada?
It's that script alone that makes this a superior movie to the first, which is a shame actually considering Stuart Little 2 only grossed about half of what the first film did, which I guess is why the third film was an animated straight-to-video release. So yeah, if you're hankering for a couple of solid family features full of plenty of laughs and a good heart, pop these two films on. And if the upcoming Stuart Little reboot can match these films' quality, then the character is in good hands. I've been the unusual suspect, and... oh, right, I only review theatrical releases, guys, but I'd be prepared to give you my brief thoughts on the movie right now.
Little, you've got the job.
Great! How about a scout shake? No, I meant scout handshake.
It's a pile of shit. Until next time.
Ice cream!
What's the magic word? Please.